Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, just thank you so much for the love and support y'all constantly been giving me. Trust and believe you are all going through trying times, but you're going to end out coming out victorious. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings. Love and light and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. And if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are informative to you, give you good vibes or good inspirations that you would love to share with your loved one, family, or friends, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times at the moment and needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's greatly appreciated. And I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the music I'm listening to today, I decided to go ahead and use my computer. This time I'll make sure my microphone stays on. It's from the channel Zen Life Relax. It's called 432 Hertz Miracle Healing Tone, Deep Healing Music for the Body and Soul, meditation music to calm. And I will place their link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, when you constantly find yourself surrounded by fire, know in the end you will not come out smelling like smoke. Yeah, it's so true. I know I've heard that before. I even think I said that saying before. Let me turn this down because I keep turning it down. It just seems like I want y'all to hear it, but I don't want to be yelling over it. You know, we're all going through things. There's so many people I'm connecting with, you know, that are really going through trying times. Shoot, I ain't even going through them, but it's not as bad as it was before. You know, it's just like by the grace of God, I allowed myself to release a lot of things that are no longer serving me. I'm letting go of things that, you know, can keep me dragging behind. You know, you have to allow yourself to know enemy will play on your sympathy. Enemy knows your weaknesses. They know the things that can trigger you. They know the things that has wounded you, the people that have hurt you, the people that have dragged you down. And those are the things when you know that you're closer and close to victory, that all that's taking place in your life is have taken place for a reason. It's like the same thing somebody will send towards you to break you. Will be the certain things that will mold you into what you're supposed to be, is breaking you from the things that are no longer needed in your life, the things that are that has really put you in a place where you have, you know, that you have really gone through things. We're used as an example to where people will see you as basically being able to have a choice. You can either have a choice, allow yourself to be the victim of circumstance of everything that's been placed on you, or you can allow yourself to be the victor of circumstances that's been placed on you. It's like, yeah, I went through these things, you know, and it really put me in a dark place. But when I went into the darkness, you know, it showed me I am the light to lead myself out. You know, I don't know why lately it's been sounding like I've been preaching. And I was like, I'm not no preacher. I don't go to nobody's building to serve God. I say I serve God anywhere I want to serve God to. I respect people that do that, you know, but I just don't do it. My spirit, you know, it's like I'm not, you know, a religious person, but my spirituality is solid. You know, and it's just like so many different things I've been going through, and I'm trying to expand the things that I'm doing, you know, sharing it in different places, because there's so many people that are awakening right now. There's so many people that are dealing with their own, you know, their own demons that they're trying to allow themselves to shake off. You know, and a lot of times, you know, that devil will put monkeys on your back. You know, we'll deal with addictions. We'll go back to different things because it feels comfortable. A lot of times when change can take place and make you feel so uncomfortable. It'll make you face a lot of things. There would be things when I was going through my time of change, when even when I stopped being addicted to, weed, I felt like I could, the universe allowed me to use it so I can get in tune with my higher self. And, all those different things that has taken place in my life, it made me feel like I couldn't deal with that, because that was my sign of escape at first. So, I was just like, yeah, it helps me, come, have a stronger connection to, my guides and stuff like that. I said, I'm not the next person that does that. I just can't go that way. Universe will allow you to use it for a certain period of time, and then you'll allow yourself. You'll know when universe don't want you to use it no more. With me, I mean, I was getting the strongest stuff, and it was just weed. Now I wasn't talking about going, any other things or whatever, but it'll be things where people can take one hit and they're feeling it, and I'm just like sitting here like, I don't feel it. I would have to go through a whole bag of it and wouldn't feel it. Or it would be just like the people I would get it from, either they'll go somewhere or they'll break a phone, or, their number will change, or they'll come by here when I'm not here. And next thing you know, I'll end up losing somebody I was getting some from that it would be easy access for. And it was like universe was blocking those different things. And it's just like, when you're trying to make peace with so many different things. And it was just like, I said, okay, I'm going to stop smoking. And then all of a sudden it was like I started finding weed in certain places, and I'm just like, I'm the only one home. And it's just like, that devil, like, you can smoke this, nobody here, you can keep to yourself that you smoke or whatever. You talking about flush that mess so quick. I said, no, I'm not about to do that. I said I was going to not smoke. And I mean that. I'm not going to smoke anymore. And it's just like when you're constantly going through things, when you know you're very valuable to what our purpose is. Like, we're in our mission of purpose right now, but there's something very big, very powerful is on its way. It's already here. It's going to make its grand interest towards us, and it's going to have us want to show up and show out, basically. And they need us already in all forms. And it's just like the devil is trying to make sure whatever this is coming out. He's trying to make sure it doesn't come out, because this is something that the world needs right now. That's why so many people, they're going through many different things. And and it's like God is trying to, help you through these different times of change that we're going through. A lot of people are going through deaths right now. There's families that's, passing away from COVID or some other things, people getting cancer, and it's just like the cancer will spike out or something like that. There's different people. I'm envisioning so many different people, like somebody that went through chemo, and next thing you know, they passed with fine colors, and all of a sudden this mess done came back, and it came back 2 times stronger than what it was last time. And it's just like people that were on the verge of getting blessings, the devil used that against them to distract them on those things, because they know, we can handle many things that, it can seem hard to us, but, it just seems like when it comes to death and losing loved ones, that is the hardest thing to overcome. I know, I lost a lot of people along the way, and I know so many other people have lost along the way, even though we know that's a circle of life, and it's just like when there's love that's there in interaction, connection with those people, that's only the beginning of something. It's like death is just a transformation. It's like that connection becomes a lot stronger because they become our guides. They're helping us, they were over there. They're passing on and being in the spirit guides where they're supposed to be assigned to us. So it's just like so many different things we are all going through. We're all struggling with, there's people I connect with here. There's people I connect with on the side, and there's a lot of things that people share with me. And it breaks my heart, and I know what it feels like to, you're trying your best to shake these issues off, shake your problems away, just telling yourself, I got this. And next thing you know, something else, 2 or 3 other things come in, and you have to understand, if you weren't about to have so many blessings that was coming in to bless you in so many different ways, the enemy wouldn't be trying so hard to mess with you like that. They try to break the strongest ones. I used to always say, God wouldn't put the strongest warriors through the toughest battles, and it's actually the other way around. He puts his his toughest warriors through the craziest battles. And that just makes us more, stronger. And you have to allow yourself to see yourself as that. Because a lot of times the enemy, your ego, your insecurities, your setbacks will remind you of all the things that you have done, the mistakes that you have made, the wrong turns that you have made, and those are the things that are life lessons that we have to be grateful for. If you never went through these different things, you never made these mistakes, how would you ever learn? That's what life is for. You never should be shameful of the things that you have endured in your life. Everything happens for a reason. There are so many times that I sat here and wish I would have did it, shoulda, coulda, woulda. And it was just like, especially with my situation when it came to my father, I held that guilt for a long time. Maybe I should have did this. Maybe I should have did that. I should have, took heed on the things that he was telling me that I wasn't really, second guessing myself. And it was just like, it was drawing me to this purpose that I'm doing right now. And it's like a bigger blessing than anything, because there's a lot of times, when I find myself missing my father, I really go to that dark place. And it's just like, he always tell me, don't miss me, because, I'm always there with you. I'm helping you get through this. And, it gets hard at times, but then I see the good I'm doing with the things that I do here. And, it's just, if you ever question the things that you do for yourself, see the things that you're overcoming right now. It may be something that's little, but, I see the things that I do, and it's just like, I know even my mannerism has changed a lot since I taught, because there are times y'all be hearing cuss words coming out left, right, and I haven't really been cussing. I've been talking more about what God has done, the things that has taken place, that he's gotten us towards, being more childlike of, of that path, the spiritual path. And I know it's just like everything is changing for a reason. It's like you have to allow yourselves to forgive yourself, forgive the people that have done things. You have to allow yourself to see the things that's taken place in your life where people have done, I used to get angry. And I see people that was going out their way to do things, but it's just like, for me to be able to get that peace within my heart as well as in my mind, you have to understand there's a lot of times people will, the devil will use them because they know that they're fighting with a lot of demons, and they know if they, they put some stuff in their head, it's like, you see how good she's doing, or you see how, this and this and that is taking place in her life. You can't let that happen. If you do, she's going to do this to you, or she's going to do that to you. And then it makes people come and, and do stuff to me to distract me. That's what, and I had to allow myself to see it as that, hurt people. People that I'm just taking out my life, they were doing things. Hurt people. And it would get to that point where sometimes I used to hate when I would be nice to people. And it was like this one little piece of hair that's working on my last nerve. But it would be times where it made me want to draw back on helping other people. And that's what, the devil was doing. Is like, it would bring people my way. And that's where you have to also work out as, my dad always said they will bring people dressed in light, but he said, oh, the one person I know ain't gonna bite, and they will send people dressed up as acting like they're sheep, knowing they're in wolf clothing, a sheep in wolf clothing. What is it? Yeah, there's a wolf in sheep's clothing. That's what I meant to say. Instead of all backwards, Heyoka thing going backwards. But, you're going through different things where you don't realize once you go into that darkness, once you have gone through those fires, and it's like you're that phoenix. That's what you are, and there's a lot of times, I hear, Roslynn, I just can't shake it. I'm always angry. And you have to allow yourself to know, you have to allow yourself to give yourself credit where credit's due. You're very strong. You have gone through things, and a lot of people can't go through the things you have endured and still be in right mind like you are. Yes, you have burdens that you have bared. There's a lot of things that you have held on to where you can tell people I'm okay. And then soon when you're by yourself, you go ahead and start crying because it's like so many things that's gone into your mind. But you have to allow yourself to separate from those things. Everything has happened for a reason. I know it's like, Roslynn, you don't know what I go through. No, I don't. But I know what I went through. I know what I went through, and it was very hard because there would be like one vibration that was very low frequency, that was very negative about what is taking place in my life, about what my family did. But it was just like that's what they came in my life to do. Because a lot of times we have had simple things come to us about when it comes to family. Because if it was somebody out on the street, it'll mess you up, but not mess you up when it comes into that inside track with you. And you have to understand anybody who has came into your life and it has really traumatized you, and it had to be family or a best friend or a sibling or a husband or a wife, that is exactly what they were sent to do. Because when they are saying that we're going to be held as examples, we are those ones that have gone through the worst of the worst, been through whatever trauma that you have, whether it was taking an innocent, violating you in all kind of ways. You don't went to jail for something you didn't do, all these different things, and then you still chose to go down the right path. Because there's so many people out here, it only takes one blink of an eye for them to take a parent out. It's just like when you see some of these ones, like I love watching Crime Daily, where I used to. I don't watch it as much as I used to, being very selective about what I allow myself to watch. But when I used to watch those different things, I would see like these rich kids that their parents got tired of them doing stuff, so they took them off of their trust fund, suspend their trust fund for a while. Next thing you know, it's Melendez brothers don't took their family out, all because the fact is you were overdoing, you were getting a little bit too comfortable and constantly thinking that mommy and dad was gonna bail you out. Next thing you know, you done took parents out. I had some that violated me and took up my trust fund, and they're still breathing. And I'm just like, Lord, I had to even tell them that, and I had mental funerals of you every day about how I wanted to do stuff. But it was just like, you have to understand, if you have to really allow yourself to know, if you really want to heal, you really want to get past the pain that you have endured in your life, you have to allow yourself to see it as this was sent to me, not to it was sent to break me, but it was sent to break me away from the things that was sent to in my life to be an illusion. Because everything we dealt with, it was just like, with my situation, I see it as, my mother was my mother. She loved me. She loved me the best way she could, even through depression. Even though we had a toxic relationship, she went through toxic situations when she was growing up. So did her husband. He pushed that on me. He was still dealing with his, and he still tried to do things to me. But you're just going to be that same person that kind of violated you in that way. You don't want to do that, because it's like when people have violated, they feel like they have a right to violate people because they see that innocence and they want to rob them of that because their innocence was robbed. And people just don't realize, even though these things has happened to you, don't feel like you're justified to put something on somebody else because you're hurt because of what somebody's done to you. You need to allow yourself to nip that in the bud, whatever has hurt, triggered you, or whatever. They have that choice to either allow themselves to heal, so they're not repeating that on somebody else. It's just like if a parent gets into a situation where they have, they're dealing with the baby mama or the baby dad, and they're very volatile, or you're very, you have this mentality where it's always toxic when you deal with your parent, your whoever your significant other is you had a child with. Do you want your child to deal with somebody like you? Or you want your child to deal with somebody like what you were attracted to? Hell no. You wouldn't want to. And a lot of times people are like, you need to be what you want your children to date, because you don't realize when you're pressing that on somebody, and some of them don't even care anyway, and that's a sad situation. But it's just like when you allow them to say, I've heard it, and I mean, when that shook, it shook. Because it's like when you're doing these different things like that, this could be your mom that comes into a person like you. It could be your grandmother or your grandfather or your dad comes into a person like this. Do you want that for them? No. So why do you keep putting this on your children, where you're exposing your children to this? It's like, even when I see people I connect with and they're going through, toxic marriages where they're having to come between a decision to stay in a situation because they love somebody, or they need to allow themselves to separate from what they're going through because they had to put that love they're putting into that marriage into themselves.
I always say I'm being very bold and I keep it real with y'all. I've been in situations where I expose my kids to a lot of things that I wish that I could turn back time and go back, because I never want my kids to go down to that same route as me. I want, anybody who has children, you want your children to make better decisions than you did. You want to be able to give them that solid foundation. But there's a lot of times we've been in toxic relationships where we don't expose our kids. And I always tell people that if you're in a situation where your children are seeing you cry, or your children are seeing you and your significant other get into constant fights, you don't want your children to see that, because they're going to think this is normal. This is what somebody needs to go through, and it's just like a 50-50 chance. Either they're going to make themselves not want to deal with people because of what they seen you go through, or they're going to find the people exactly what you done brought home. I've done that. It was like between my mom and my dad, my biological. Then it went to my adoption. Then it went to me, you know. And I always tell my kids, don't ever go down the route that I've gone through. I want you to do better than me. I don't want you to go through these situations. I don't want you to be open to getting your heart broken. I always tell them that all the time. And it's just the things that you're going through. You have been sent for you to be in that fire, because this is where you get your strength at. This is where you get your wisdom at. This is where you get your knowledge. This is where you get your willpower. It's making you recognize the things the enemy does not want you to recognize, because it's like when you are powerful, it's like right now when I'm sitting here thinking about this, it makes me think about the Underworld series when what's her name, Celine, was talking about her daughter, and she was like, this girl is powerful. She's powerful than any of us because she's a hybrid, which we are. We're that evolution. We are something that even when we were spiritual beings, we weren't as powerful as we are now, because it's just the fact is they had to wipe us out. Our memory, all our powers off. Probably left a little inklet of stuff there, so it would be those little hiccups. You will find yourself repeating certain things or seeing things as different deja vu. And it's like now when you're opening yourself up to your power, opening yourself up to unsurety, or the unknown. That's what I meant to say, the unknown, to what you're being guiding towards. You're going to start finding these little hiccups of visions, or even coming in your dreams, or there are certain things that you pick up and you start having these little flashes. It's like, wait a minute, this sounds familiar to me. Wait a minute, this sounds like something I've been through. You're being guided towards certain educations and knowledge about different things that is going to enrich your power of whatever gift you're holding. And these are happening for a reason. You have gone through the worst of the worst. Like, you have gone through the storm. You became your own storm. And it's just like when you come through that fire, you're going to walk through that fire and there's nothing going to be able to touch you. You're going to come in, you're going to come out smell like roses. All floors, like, ooh, what kind of floral is that? It's like obsidian. So something like that, turmeric or something. You're going to come out with smelling like something that can give a cure to something. You're going to represent everything that's holy, everything that's good. It's like you're the trinity of something. I don't know why I keep on saying the Holy Grail. Holy Trinity is just like things are being manifested and things that's not been discovered yet. And they needed you to go from the worst of the worst. They needed you to be at the bottom of the gutter. It's like bottom of the gutter, but you had to be at the bottom of just bottom of the thing. As soon as I said that, all them flashes started again. But you're going through these things for a reason. Yes, times can be hard. I get it. I understand. I've been there. There's days where I sit up here. I shared some musical information with, one of my love bugs here, and it was, I was at that time where I was really going through, and I felt like ending my life. I said, I'm just tired. I don't, I'm broke down spiritually, mentally, emotionally. It just seems like so many people are here to take me out. Let me give them that favor. And it was just like, all my spirit guys like, hell to the no. We done got you too far, to get that. And it was a song by Lauren Daigle. I think I pronounced her name right. And it's these songs that I listened to. And it just so happened to be, she was talking about the suicide prevention. And it's like, I got to chill. And when I listened to that song, it allowed me to reflect on how close I was allowing the enemy to win on something, because it's like when you're so close to victory. And I was saying that to y'all the other day. When you are so close to victory, the enemy will try any and everything. You can make peace with the worst. You can make peace with the devil about everything he has done to you and say thank you. And you have to do that, because a lot of times people have done things because they feel like they have that right to do these things to you. And the best thing you can do is to a person that is trying to break you is allow yourself to keep moving. Allow yourself to see all the possibilities and what you can go through and what you can achieve and what you have overcome because of all the things you have gone through. Because there's so many damaged walking people around here and there's just wreaking havoc on other people's lives. They can be okay and then they come up in somebody's lives and tear all type of stuff up. But you are that person that you can, everybody has a right to choose. And that's that one, you were that one that they chose to do that. You are that one who's going to be, your test is going to be somebody's testimony. Your mess is going to be somebody's message. Your blessings is like your trauma is going to come out and be somebody else's blessings, because you're a living, breathing, walking reflection of what can happen when you allow yourself to choose to not be like that anymore. Allow yourself to walk away from things is just like, it's holding you back, and you see it's holding you back, and then it's like you think about one thought and then another thought and then another thought, and you find yourself at the lowest of the low. You get drained, your body starts hurting, your digestive tract, like I said the other day, your digestive tract starts messing up. You can't use the bathroom every day. You're having these body aches. I was waking up from having body aches and I wasn't even working out at this time. It was all because of all the things I was holding on to. It brings up elements that you didn't have. You'll have more headaches than anything. It's like when you stressed out, but now it's like the ones that I have is mainly from my third eye, because I'm getting so many downloads. It's like I'm seeing so many different things. So many things is coming to me. Different people are coming to me, blessing me about things that I need to add on to it. It's like confirmation of what I was thinking about. And they bring that to me as my confirmation. And that's what's happening to you right now. You have to allow yourself to shut off that noise of negativity and listen to them voices that's telling you what you can be doing right now. You are so close to opening doors to abundance that you didn't even imagine is coming your way. But the only choice of you receiving that, they always tell you that it's like everything that you're wanting is past that unsurety, is past the fear, is past the fears, the anger, what has happened, what somebody has done to you, what this person has did to you. You have to be able to let that go. You can't go into a positive outcome holding on to negative baggage. You can't do that. You have to be able to set yourself free. If you have to go to the mountaintop to get your stuff, you can't hold it. You can't go up there with holding all that bag to the things that you can't change, the things that's actually there. It wasn't there. It was there to change you, but you for not to change that. There's a lot of times you've been put in situations for that to change your outlook, how you did things, how you respond to things, what you focus on, what you choose to walk away from, what people you need to allow yourself to set free. All those things are happening for a reason, for you to allow yourself to change the way you view your preview. So allow yourself to do what you need to do. So I hope you are able to resonate with the content of this video. We have so many people that are signing up. It's like the collective is getting stronger. The collective is beginning bigger, and that's truly a blessing to me. So I would love to give a post notification shout out to A Mystery Indeed. Much love to you. Thank you for signing up, subscribing. Mimi B, much love to you. Tati Lynn, Kim Bell, Crystal Dawn, Southern Heyoka, much love to you as well. Jade Love, much love to you. Welcome to the fam. If you like and subscribe, give me a thumbs up, share the channel. I'm going to share the video. Tell somebody about the channel. If you need to get in touch with me privately, you can get in touch with me on Facebook Messenger up under my name, Roslynn Mckoy. Just leave me a message. Let me know you're part of the Heyoka family and you connect with me here, or you can find me on IG. I'll leave my description. I'll leave my information in the description box below. You can find me at, just leave me a message. Let me know. It's connecting with you to give you a deeper understanding of your spiritual path and your life purpose. Whatever information I can give you. If I can tell you myself, I can tell you, but if not, I'll go ahead and get the information you can't. I can find for you to give you a deeper understanding about your spiritual path. It's all about networking. Just making that clear now. And whatever we speak on is confidential, so you don't have to worry about those things coming out. Like and subscribe, share. I hope you have a blessed, safe weekend. Be responsible for everything you do. Know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. And knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I pray that everything you're trying to manifest into your life comes 100,000 times more than what you even expected, asked for, even prayed for. And the same as when you receive receive it. And I will see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace. Be wild.